Bulldog Video Productions, and I'm here with Chuck Ruwart today at Laramie Peak Motors, and I'm here to ask him a few questions about Platte County economic development. So my first question is just about your business and what you guys do.
We are the Ford dealership assigned for Platte County. We sell brand new Fords and service Fords and used vehicles and sell parts, and we do that in the southeast corner of the state. We look at our whole market area being pretty much the southeast corner of Wyoming. We've been in business since 1994, and we moved from the old building over by West Elementary to this new building that we're in now in 2003.
Wow, so you seem to be doing pretty well. Do you have any future goals for your business in the next few years?
I hope we can survive and stay in business, and hopefully I will be able to train my son Charlie to work with me and take over when I'm ready to retire in about 15 years.
So this is a pretty small town, you know, it can be difficult to own a business sometimes, but have you always wanted to own your own business, or was this something that just kind of developed?
No, I came from an entrepreneurial family. My father was a business owner, and when I was in college, I was a finance and accounting major who looked at business as something that I would do, and I hoped that I would have the opportunity to own my own business after I graduated, and it took about 5 years before I moved to Wheatland. Actually 9 years it took for me to graduate from college, get married, and get established, and then come to Wheatland.
Oh, so your father was an entrepreneur. What did he do?
He owned a Chevrolet dealership in Denver, Colorado.
So very similar to what you're doing in Wheatland.
Yes, except a lot bigger.
Yes. So now we're just going to transition to Platte County Economic Development. I'm going to ask you a few questions about that program. So how long have you been a member of Platte County Economic Development?
We became members shortly after I moved to Wheatland in '94. I've been on the board, I think I was calculating about 10 years. I've been on the board of directors, served as treasurer of the organization for about the past 6 or 7 years. It has, economic development is a funny thing. It takes a long time to develop. There's not a lot of immediate gratification with that. It takes a long time to develop leads and contacts and move people or help businesses grow. So probably you didn't know this or not, but your grandfather came to Wheatland back in like '92 or '93 as a result of Platte County Economic Development. So with your family's business. So that was one of the early successes of a business coming to Wheatland and surviving and growing.
That's great. So what opportunities do you see for this program in the future?
For economic development?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm hoping that not only will we continue to prosper because of Missouri Basin Power Project and everything that goes with energy production, whether it's oil, gas, coal, but also I'm hoping that we can diversify not only the local economy. Ag, of course, has been a big part of what Platte County does for as long as Wheatland's been here.
Of course.
So I hope ag stays strong and continues to prosper, and that all of our ranchers and farmers are successful. But we also need to, it looks to me like we could really grow into some high-tech stuff, because high-tech, we need the people that know how to do that, but it doesn't take huge, massive amounts of people, which of course we don't have here.
Right.
So we should probably be focusing our efforts on the type of economic development that brings small business in for that can employ 10 to 20 people at a time, because that's the type of businesses that our population base will support here in Wheatland.
Okay, so what opportunities do you think exist for people who want to relocate or expand their business in Platte County?
Well, running the fiber optic web or network that went up the interstate was a big step. That will allow any type of business to have high-speed access to the internet that's one of the benefits, because we have it right here. I mean, we have several loops now that come into town, and the one that went up the interstate is probably a big source of that. We have, you know, Wheatland, Platte County, I know we have the wind, but we have some of the best weather in the state from the standpoint of summers. We're warmer than the rest of the state. We do have the wind, but I think the weather is great. One of the things that I like about it is that we're located centrally in the southeast corner population base. If you count Cheyenne and Casper and Douglas and Torrington and Laramie, we're close to a high tech that's growing in Cheyenne and Laramie. We have, if you are the type of business that travels a lot, we're close to the airport. You can get to Denver and fly out anywhere in the world in a matter of 3 hours. If you like what big cities offer, we get the benefits of a small town, but we can also take advantage of what Cheyenne offers, what Denver offers, Fort Collins. And so I think, and I see it as a nice place to live. It gives you the benefits of both rural and city living. I mean, I really do. And I think if we can continue to develop high tech or higher tech jobs, or jobs that can pay decent wages and living in Platte County, that things will continue to be okay here.
So this seems to be the perfect place to start a small business.
In my mind, it is, as long as you can get the proper help and the employees that can help you grow it, because any business is only as good as the people that work there, as the employees. So if we can continue to grow businesses that attract good quality employees that can make a living wage, a real good wage here in Wheatland, and I think it could be successful, a successful community. And I think with economic development, with Platte County economic development, we have tried to show the positive side of economic growth, that it's not all bad. It doesn't take over communities and hurt them. It doesn't bring high crime, even though, you know, with everything that happens on the interstate around here,
Right.
coming up and down, I mean, we're susceptible to stuff like that. But this is still a really good community to raise a family. It's safe for the most part. Crime, you know, is relatively controlled here. I think the community has a lot of respect. Everybody has respect for each other, and I think it shows that we're able to work well together. A lot of the businesses do. I think based on the last 2 economic surveys that we've done over the last 10 years, one of our big projects is going to be and should be redoing 16th Street and making it more of a viable business thoroughfare, a street that, you know, is welcoming and helps people not only get to our downtown, but helps people passing through. This is really, whether you like it or not, with the downtown, the face of the community. So if we can really make 16th Street,
Show people what
yeah,
Wheatland is really
put
like.
sidewalks in, so people can walk from one end of town to the other, widen the street, make it safe, make sure we have decent crosswalks for the school zones. If that can all be improved, it'll just help Wheatland in the long run be more successful and be ready for growth.
Yeah, that sounds like it's going to do a lot of good for this community.
I think so, yes.
I just have one more question before we wrap up this interview. Do you have any advice for future business owners in Wheatland?
Well, one of the best things is pay attention in school, get a good education. It's important that you have a real good handle on reading and writing. And what I write letters, I write papers, I write interviews, articles. I have to, you know, be in the community, do things like this. So first of all, you should probably really work hard on being able to read and write well. From a business standpoint, I think taking business classes that teach you how to understand and read financial statements, to understand what goes into a financial statement, you need to understand expenses, you need to understand gross revenues, you need to understand how to budget. All of those things are pretty basic, but there are also things that you have to be successful knowing if you're going to run a business in any size.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
I wish you luck in the future with your
Thank
family
you, Danielle.
and business.
Thank you.
I'm Danielle Britz with Bulldog Video Productions, and have a great day.